Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. This one's actually a really fun one. This is the Daggerr Voron. Now, I figured out today I've been spelling some of it wrong for the past 3 weeks. It is Voron. The company name is Daggerr, Daggerr. I started off with the company Daggerr with the Vendetta. I carry it a lot. I love it. It's a flipper dagger style, like really dagger style. This is a Wharncliffe style D2 blade sent to me by Rusty Knife Lover. Rusty's an awesome dude. He's an awesome community guy. And he said, Scab, would you like to check it out? I said, yeah. Now, I've had it too long, but I have been carrying it. So this is going to be somewhat kind of a review, kind of a demo type deal. And then it's going to Apex Alchemy, going over to Billy Ford at Apex Alchemy. Make sure you check Billy out. I've got one more to do from Rusty. But let's talk about the Voron, all right? I've got a lot of stats on it. It's about $99. I think they got them in stock at Blade HQ if you want to check them out. Here's the deal. Not every damn knife is some bushcraft and beat the hell out of, stab tires, run around, and baton through logs. Some of them are stickers. This is a sticker. There's no doubt in my mind this is a self-defense knife. Now, it's a manual flipper that runs on bearings. It's very fast. It's drop shutting. It's easy to deploy with one hand. It's easy to disengage the lock with one hand. I like that a lot for work. With it being a stabber, here's the deal. It's easy to dismiss. I would not. Why? Because that Wharncliffe blade lends itself to a lot of other tasks. So here's what we're going to do. Throughout this video, we changed it up a little bit. We moved away from the stump. Yes, that's blood on that napkin. I'm bad about cutting myself. Paying attention's not my strongest suit. We're going to do some different stuff. Kind of the same test, different order. We focused more on stabbing before we get too far in. Let's do this. There was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, stats are everywhere. We're headed into a weekend. That means it's going to be a little bit higher. It just is. All right? That's why here at the channel, we focus on the number 0. Vets, anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. You have a place here. You are welcome here. We love you. We're back to blow over here. We support Lil all to the chagrin of many. Don't have time to explain it today. Just know this. We live in the good old US of A. I am fine with whether you agree with it or don't. I don't ask anybody to support my causes. These are just things we do. How do you do it, Scabber? Well, personally, I don't break the damn law. And finally, if you're an addict, never quit quitting. So, let's just jump into this thing. It's not a long video as I normally do. It doesn't need to be. These things are about 3/4 to 1 inch tire tread. Okay, they are not steel belted. I want to make that clear, but they're good for stabbing. They're really good for stabbing. They're solid rubber. So here's the deal, guys. Here's the thing. The deployment on this knife, I like. Personally, I like. Somebody might find it a little loose. I found it perfect. I've carried it the past 2 or 3 weeks on several different occasions. It's got that skull pocket clip, which I just adore. But the other thing about that pocket clip to me is this. It fits good in the pocket. It rides good. I carry big folders, so weight for me is not an issue. It's just personal preference. Now, you'll notice this is a frame lock. You'll also notice with us, we don't go all psycho and raise it up over our head and come down screaming. Look at the lock up there. It's pretty good. It's an open construction. Why? You see we get a good grip. It is a frame lock, so I'm squeezing it pretty tight. Pretty good. I do a 6 to 8 inch punch, sometimes shorter than that. Why? We want to focus on the knife, not how strong I am, okay? That's kind of the reason to doing that. I could rear back, I could run it through all of it, and I could snap it in two. That proves dick. So I wanted to show the knife working. I didn't want to do any batoning. I didn't want to do any like real bushcrafty stuff. There's no need. I wanted to show you the sharpness of the knife. Now, I've used this knife a lot. So you might have noticed at the front when we cut the phone book paper, it wasn't like hair whittling sharp, anything like that. That doesn't mean the knife's not sharp. It went through that 2-inch nylon strap like it wasn't there. Listen, before we get too far, I do want to give you guys some stats. I know we got a lot of stat guys, and I'm also working on, guys, on getting a template to put the stats in the description. I'm working on that. Please be patient. That being said, this is the Daggerr Voron, V-O-R-O-N. It's in D2 steel. The overall length is 11 1/4 inches. The blade length is 5.15 inches. The cutting edge is 5.05 inches. The blade width is it's 1.25 inches. So it's pretty wide. Really, for a sticker, it really is. The blade thickness is 0.12. Here's the part that matters to me. Handle length, 6.10. That means that inner grip is going to be about 6 inches. Any hand on this planet can hold this knife, and that's important. It is a frame lock. Handle width, 1.38 inches. Handle thickness, 0.52 inches. Now, the liner lock, the frame lock, the frame and all that is steel. That's what it's listed as, steel with G10 handle material on one side. You'll note it is a frame lock. The weight is 6.90 inches. It is a right-hand tip-up manual flipper. This little demonstration right here started off dicking around, and it still is for a lot of things. This is a beach mat wrapped in a towel, wrapped in about 10 layers of tape. Man, I just straight punched it. Why do I do this? Now, here's a couple of reasons. Seriously, nothing we do is scientific. Most of what I try to do is show you slashing, stabbing, chopping, etc. I like using this because this thing is so light that you don't know where it's going to go. So it forces you to pay attention. Not my strong suit. This knife right here was excellent for that little demonstration. Go back and watch how many times we actually sunk the knife in. And it went about to the hilt, or halfway to the hilt. Easy to pull out, no hang-ups. This is steel belted sandblast hose. We're going to cut it 2 or 3 times. Why do I do this with this type of knife? You said, Scab, it's not bushcraft. It's not. This ain't bushcraft. We did make a tent peg so I could hold my dummy and stab it. But here's the thing. This is more industrial cutting. I wanted to put a little pressure on the edge. No, I didn't baton. No, I didn't beat it up. This is not a knife, in my honest opinion, yet correct opinion, that you want to take with you for camping or bushcrafting. To me, this is a knife. Honestly, I'll tell you exactly when I carried mine. I carried mine going to dinner. I carried mine out and about some around town. It's good. It's confident in hand. It's easy to deploy, but at the same time, it's easy to slide right back in your pocket. It's a manual flipper that goes pretty fast, honest to God. And my thing, y'all know what I'm about to say. Practice with your stuff. And I'm not talking about practice stabbing somebody. It's stupid. I'm talking about practicing deploying the knife, pulling it out, putting it up, pulling it out, one-handed operation, putting it back up. It's good to know where your knife is at all times. Now, the weight on this is 6.90 ounces. For some folks, that's a little heavier than what they like to carry. Totally get it, man. Carry what you like. Honest to God. For me, that's a pretty good weight. I'm used to carrying bigger folders, so it doesn't really bother me. I wear a lot of BDUs, a lot of cargo shorts. Why do I mention that? Because I am a huge believer in 2 things. 1, carrying what the hell you want to carry. 2, being proficient with whatever you carry, right? Even if it's walking out in the yard, pulling the knife out of your pocket, in and out of your pocket, maybe whittling a stick, maybe cutting some thread, just using the knife. Get used to the weight of the knife. I'm going to show you the balance point at the very end, I believe. When it's deployed, it is a very well-balanced knife. I like the open configuration. You can see the edge there is done really well. Guys, we've got about 30 seconds. Rusty, brother, this one was a ball. I just had a fun time coming up with stuff for it. It's a hell of a knife. It really is. I'm going to strop it up. I'm going to get it ready to send to Billy over at Apex Alchemy. Guys, I love y'all. God knows I do. God bless y'all. I hope he does. Remember now, say prayers for Donnie. He's got a serious health situation going on. We will be putting our raffle together next week. That being said, I'm Scab. You're not. I love y'all, man. Have a great Friday. I'm gone, son.